We welcome Khwaja Asif Mushtaq. He chairs the National Standards Committee on Collaborative Business Relationship Management and OHS of Pakistan Standard Quality Control Authority. He is the member of ISO on HRM and an OHS Director Agility Business Services. Thank you, Khwaja Saab, for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Zainab. And once again, I'm happy and thankful to Dr. Valerie Anderson and Dr. Ala for their very precious time for Pakistani fraternity. And I hope that this today's session shall enrich our knowledge base as well as professional our behaviors and economical growth contribution. A part of these distinguished guest speakers' talent and their experience sharing in a couple of minutes. So today topic is related to the learning and development, and we have a series of the webinar. I'm honored to work with Dr. Valerie Anderson on the standard learning and development. ISO started its journey very humble way in 1946, and I'm thankful to these founders who came up with this great idea. And these were from 25 countries, and they came together. And in 1947, they came up with 67 technical committees on different walk of life to standardize. The journey from 1949, when ISO office incorporated in Geneva, the journey started from 1949 from a domestic small building to right now in a big empire located in Geneva, Switzerland. And till to date, there are 24,602 standards covering all aspects of technology, management, and manufacturing. There are 167 members countries who are working on the ISO standardization, and there are 809 technical and sub-technical committees who are working day and night on different standards development. And ISO has a great contribution in every walk of life. Just to share few glimpses, and you will acknowledge and admire of ISO contribution in our daily life. If we think that what happen if we don't have paper size standards, how as end user or manufacturer you will come to know that on what size they need to print. If we don't know agreed hygienic and safety requirements, then what would be available into the markets? And so in the case of credit card and as well as codes of countries, currencies, just wonder what happened if these things are not standardized by ISO. We are living in ISO. ISO is there even in pandemic to came up with these guidelines, how to protect ourselves from infectious disease. ISO is helping in every walk of life, from aviation to telecom sector, telecom to like even virtual meeting matters. ISO came up with the guidelines. So ISO is providing its contribution and purpose serving to help the humanity and to bring the people across the globe together for the global development. And ISO standardization also helped in HR as well by adopting HR standards. ISO standards help us in standardizing the practices of the organization like transparency, accountability, and sustainability. How we can say that our organization is transparent and is accountable and sustainable? What are the meaning of these things before this? If I tell you that ISO is providing the guideline, the standards, which shall make sure that these things are possible, and there are standardized practices which help for any organization to be as sustainable and accountable and transparent. And being HR professional, we take an advantage by adopting the human resource standards. There are 57 countries, and there are right now 27 ISO standards in different aspects and functions of HR. like from diversity and inclusion, from assessment, employee engagement, organizational matrices, knowledge management, learning and development standard for the organization, how to standardize the organizational context, and how to help in meeting of organizational development objectives by inculcating and adopting ISO standards. Believe me that ISO standards for HR can be a game changer for HR professionals. If we adopt them and we practice them, definitely it will contribute in human resource development of the organizations as well as for the organizational development to meet the global aspects. HR standards focuses on developing international business by improving internal processes. It addresses people and organizational management issues, its processes issues, and it enables organizations to follow the context relevant to the practice. It offers cross-cultural research practices and integration of knowledge, offers practitioners tools and resources to identify and pursue strategic targets and ensure continual human resource management improvement. It's a golden key for HR professionals like our countries, those who are much behind from the developed countries. By adopting these standards, they can meet, they can develop their selves with less resources. So that's all about the HR standardization. And I am thankful to for this time and hopes that a forthcoming session of Dr. Ala shall encompass on different aspects of learning and development. Over to Zainab, please. Thank you once again.